Hello there. Hey, brothers and sisters. Let's talk about Trump taking over Washington, D.C.'s police. So I just came across this story, and this will be really a quick one because it's only like 30 seconds. But unless you've been living under a rock, you probably should know if you're in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S., maybe you don't know. But Trump just took over the police force in Washington, D.C., and and sent in the National Guard. And he said if he needed to, he would send in the military. And he's put a bunch of like FBI, DEA, and stuff like that, law enforcement from the federal side on the streets because he thinks crime is out of hand, and it is out of hand. Washington, D.C., last statistic I saw, had the fourth highest murder rate in America. And so anybody who says that crime is fine and we don't need this in Washington, D.C., haven't actually looked at any of the real facts. Multiple reporters that went to the White House press briefings have actually come out and said, I have personally been mugged or carjacked or whatever. So crime is 100% out of hand in Washington, D.C., so I'm all for this. But it looks like the mayor and the police chief decided to have a press conference. And some background, I looked it up. I believe this is the police chief here, and I believe it's the mayor in yellow. They don't really identify themselves, but and I don't live in Washington D.C., so I don't know their names. But I do believe that's who these two ladies are. Lady in black, I don't know, but she doesn't speak. So this is about 30 seconds long. Let's watch it and see what comes out of this.
What the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process. The president designated Attorney General Bondi as his proxy to request services through me.
All right, so there you had it. Now, is it just me? Tell me in the comments if I'm getting this wrong. But I think the question was, what is the chain of command? Let's listen to that one more time real fast.
What the chain of command is now?
So what is the chain of command now? Something like that. And then her response, the police chief, she's got 4 stars on her shoulder.
What the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
So the police chief of Washington, D.C. does not know what the chain of command is now that Trump has taken over. I'm sorry, but if you're in any kind of organization, any large organization, it doesn't even need to be military type. You know what the chain of command is, and if you got 4 stars on your shoulder, then you're at least alleging to work for an organization that is somewhat similar to the military. If I'm her and Trump makes an executive order that he's taken over the police, first thing I do is I sit down with the city attorney and the mayor and get advice on what does this executive order mean and how are we going to proceed. She should 100% have been on it and been able to answer that question. Instead, she has to have the mayor step in and bail her out, or that's what it appeared to be to me. And the mayor gave a very nice, lucid answer. The mayor was prepared. This lady, she's not prepared to be in front of cameras, and that's part of the job when you're the police chief. She should never have come to this press conference because she wasn't prepared to be at this press conference. So that tells me this just makes her look incompetent to me. So I think we all know what's going on here. It's Washington, D.C., so let's just watch it a little again, and then I'll say what I think.
What the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order.
Yeah, so the mayor gave a very good answer. I'm going to say that this police chief is out of her depth. She is definitely a DEI hire, 100%. Anyone should have been able to project confidence about what the chain of command was and give a lucid, good answer if you're the police chief and wearing 4 stars on your shoulder. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think this police chief needs to be fired and we need to get somebody in who's competent. We cannot keep running our cities in the ground with these soft on crime policies and police leadership who doesn't know how to do the job. And again, before people say, "Oh, but crime is better than it has been in the last couple of years," go refer to my story I did yesterday. There's allegations by the police union and insiders within the police force in Washington D.C. that leadership has purposefully been cooking the books to underrepresent violent crime in the statistics. So, it's not proven yet, but that investigation is underway, and those allegations are in there. So something stinks in law enforcement in Washington, D.C., and because of that, I'm glad Trump is clearing it up. One crazy thing is Democrats are all going to come out against this. I don't understand how you can be against lowering crime, especially when you're working or living in a city where government officials have been victims of crime and reporters have been victims of crime in the last 2 years. And like I said, it's the fourth highest murder rate of any major city in the U.S. Unacceptable. Let's get a new police chief in there. I don't know if Trump can fire her, but I hope he does. I hope it's legal for him. Everything he's doing is legal, and I hope that is too. That's what I think. Thanks. Bye, guys.